Hi guys, my name is Mark from Tribeca Beverage Company. The purpose of this video was to share with you guys my experience as a business owner and how I was destroying my credit and didn't even realize I was destroying my credit while running this business. A little bit about Tribeca Beverage Company though. We deliver alkaline water by the 5-gallon jug. We service New York, New Jersey, and California. Now let's dive back into the story. So back in January of 2019 was when we first applied for our Capital One card. We were real excited about that because it had incredible cash back as well as incredible sign-on bonus. When we applied, I was almost immediately approved for $10,000. Very excited to switch from my debit card usage to credit card usage to take advantage of all the cash back and points and sign-on bonus and all the other stuff that comes with the credit card. At that point, I was approved and I assumed my credit was relatively in good standing and there was probably very little issues. For the most part, I was pretty happy with everything going on, given the sign-on bonus was, I think, up to $2,000 cash back, plus the other cash back, assuming you spent a dollar amount, which we were able to hit under 6 months. I think it was $50,000. I don't know if they're still offering that deal. I would imagine they're not, given the whole COVID situation. However, 6 months down the road was when things probably took a little bit of a turn for the worse for my credit. About 6 months into the process is usually when I was told is the best time to apply for a credit limit increase. When I applied for the credit limit increase, I was approved and excited about that, and I took my spending from $10,000 to $20,000 in credit limit approval. For the most part, the approval was relatively a good thing. I was spending more than $10,000 a month on credit cards anyway, so I didn't need to pay it off in between the month, and at the end of the day, I was pretty happy with the fact that I got that credit increase. Now, just to be clear, from the research that I've done, it seems like having more credit available is actually better for your credit score. The mistake I was making was my ability to pay it off. I thought the entire time I was doing the right thing. However, it appears I was not. The balance that I owe on the 10th of each month is a reflection of the previous month's spending, which is probably similar to how most credit cards work, and so not too unusual for what I was doing. Well, the difference was in my business, a lot of the expenses that was occurring was between the 1st and the 10th. So I'd be racking up a ton of credit used, and I actually wouldn't pay off any of that credit used the following month. So over time, my credit used to the credit available was being significantly reduced. I was using about 30% of my credit available, which was decreasing my credit over time. The reason I was doing all of this was because I thought it'd be more responsible to have more money in my bank account as opposed to having more credit available. However, and it may be in the long run, it might be a responsible decision. However, in the short term, it was certainly destroying my credit month after month after month. And I had no idea because I never bothered to take the time to look into any of this. It wasn't until I decided to refinance one of my vehicles that I realized that I was actually being detrimental to myself by not paying off more than the statement balance. So month after month after month went by, and as I was increasing my credit limit, therefore I would take almost all of the available credit from month to month and leave it as a pending balance, not for every day of the month, but for a large majority, particularly as it got closer to the end and the beginning of the following month. The credit bureaus must have been marking it down again and again and again, and slowly but surely I was ripping away from a mid 700 down to the mid 650s, or at 650, 660, 670 range. The way the credit bureaus look into your score, from what I understand, and I'm not a professional credit advisor by any means, is they do analyze pretty heavily is the percentage of credit used, credit available. I unfortunately was on above the 30% threshold, which was dropping my credit score month after month, and I wasn't aware of the damage that I was doing. Since identifying that issue within my credit score and logging into Experian on a more consistent basis, I identified the problem and I started to aggressively pay down my credit card even before the statement balance was due and above and beyond what the statement balance was due, so I could fix the issues and hopefully have better credit, and hopefully will continue to build my credit back to where it was as time goes out. So it wasn't until July of 2020 when I realized that month after month had gone by and it was actually destroying my credit. And the reason it came to be is because I had recently purchased a vehicle the prior month in California at a 7.2% rate, which of course is abysmal in this time, with credit rates or interest rates being so low. And when I went to go refinance, there was no bank that was really willing to take a look at me. I was pretty upset with how high the interest rate was, However, in my mind, I thought no big deal. I'll find another bank at a later point to go ahead and refinance it. And that's what I did exactly in July when I went to attempt and reach out to multiple banks to refinance the vehicle. What I was finding over and over is I was actually getting declined and wasn't exactly sure what was going on. Between PNC, Bank of America, Capital One, I really wasn't catching much of a break with finding any type of financing at all. Even though on a personal level, I actually had relationships with some of those banks. After applying to a few different banks, they brought to my attention that my credit score was the reason that I actually wasn't getting approved for any better financing rates, if not getting declined from some of these banks. So as an update, I was a lot more diligent about making sure to pay off as much as I could on my business credit card. Since August, I've definitely noticed an increase, slow but steady, within my credit score. Also, as another method to increase my credit score, I decided to apply for another credit card on the personal side to increase my overall credit available, with the goal of not really using that credit card other than small transactions and immediately paying it off as soon as possible. Just as a quick side note, from what I understand, is every time you do make an inquiry, your credit score does dip, but hopefully within time that does recover pretty quickly. If you like this video or thought there was value in it, please hit the like button or subscribe to our channel, or both. And feel free to visit our website or visit our YouTube channel for more videos coming up about our experience of running a water delivery.